Women are becoming smarter with money, and they're also becoming wealthier. In this video, I'm going to explain why. According to a study by the consultants McKinsey, between 2018 and 2023, global wealth grew by 43%. But women's share grew by 51%. So women's wealth was growing faster than men during that period. By 2030, women are expected to be in control of about 45% of all professionally managed wealth. So that doesn't include any wealth that is not professionally managed, like rental property, for example. These figures are across both the US and Europe. And what we're seeing is that because it's so widespread, it's really due to the fact that society is changing. The main reasons are that women are earning more, they're inheriting more, they're living longer, and most importantly, they've got more confidence in their financial decisions than they previously had. So if you're a woman, and especially if you're a woman over 40, then this change is going to affect you. So we're going to look at the 5 key reasons why this change is happening. The first one is that women are simply earning more. Women's education levels have radically changed in the last 30 years. Women now are more likely to enter university than men are. The percentages increased. They're also increasingly in senior corporate roles compared to previously, and more women are starting businesses and doing well out of that. The key thing to remember here is that it's not only about women earning higher salaries, which is already great. It's also about more women learning how to invest and building up assets. And then those assets are further increasing the amount of money and wealth that they're able to achieve. The second key factor is that women are inheriting more now. And there's a phenomenon known as the Great Wealth Transfer, where we're seeing a lot of baby boomers who are passing on the wealth that they've built up onto Generation X mostly. And so women in their 40s, 50s, even I think early 60s. And that is disproportionately affecting women, partly because women live longer, but also, for example, a man who has been very successful in his business, they've found is more likely to give a large proportion of his wealth to his daughters than to his sons, because he feels like his daughters need more help. A third factor, of course, is the fact that women live longer. So if they're married to someone and that person dies before them, either because they were older than them or because just women tend to live longer than men, then they're also going to inherit wealth from their partner. And in some cases, women are inheriting quite a lot of money very suddenly and not necessarily with the skills to know how to manage that. Another interesting factor, number 4, is that in our society is changing and our marriage patterns are changing. So women are getting married later. There's obviously still a fairly high level of divorce, and there's also some women who are choosing not to marry at all. So what that means is that women are starting to build their wealth just in their name rather than as a family, or they're rebuilding it after a divorce. And then finally, the last one, the 5th point, is that women are becoming more confident in their financial decisions and becoming more confident around money generally. In Europe, we've seen that the confidence that women report that they have has grown from about 45% to 67% in just 5 years. So that's a really fantastic but also a very rapid transformation. And some of the women who are most confident are millennials or younger women who are really embracing this change and learning as much as they can and as quickly as they can about financial markets. What's been really interesting about this change, I find, is that it's starting to alter the perceptions that people have about women and money and the way that women behave about money. So traditionally, you would have people in the financial services sector or financial advisors saying, oh yes, women are very risk adverse. And you've probably heard that yourself, people saying, oh, women are risk adverse. It's not really that women are risk adverse so much. It's more that they're risk aware. And that's a really sensible thing. I mean, you shouldn't just jump into some investment without knowing what you're getting into. It's completely a completely intelligent decision to make. So that's been really great, is that a lot of people in finance are starting to realize that actually they don't understand women or the way that women invest. And so this is starting to become a hot topic of how the industry can catch up and try to learn how to understand women and what they need better. Because if they don't, the studies have shown that when women do inherit wealth, either through their parents or particularly through their partner, they're more likely to sack their financial advisor or wealth manager because that person did not build a relationship with the wife. They focused on the man and they didn't understand what that woman needed in terms of feeling safe with her investments or taking her seriously and recognizing her intelligence. So the world is changing. I think it's fantastic. I'm so glad that so many women are starting to become more aware of finance and investing. I still meet a lot of women who feel very uncomfortable and are still struggling to have confidence around their financial decisions. And if that's you, I want you to know that there's a lot of help available today, not just from me and the people I coach or try to educate. It's also, there's a lot of more information available from women-friendly groups. So please, especially if you think you might inherit something in the future, please reach out and don't be scared to, ask questions. There's no silly questions. And if you do want some help from me, there's a link in the description so you can see how you can get in contact with me. Good luck.